Greetings family, greetings friends, greetings comrades. Welcome to the Rebirth of Africa Movement channel. On this channel, we believe that the 21st century is an African century. What do we mean when we say it's an African century? We mean that in the 21st century, Africa will lead the world, or Africa will be considered as one of the giants in the world. But this is not possible without a dream. So I am here today and you are here today. We are dreamers. In the book of Genesis 22, we encounter a young man who was called Joseph. He had a dream and he said, "Behold, I dreamt that we're in the fields, and your shaft bowed down to salute mine." Years later, Joseph becomes second in command to Pharaoh in the land of Egypt. The power of dreaming. Every great civilization started with men and women who dared to dream. God has installed in man the capacity to dream. What a man can dream or imagine is possible to achieve. Imagination is a portal through which dreams can become a reality. Africans have survived difficult times because they developed an ability to dream. No other race on the surface of Africa has been subjected to continuous persecution than the African race. From the Assyrian Babylonic slave trade to the colonial era, the African has remained resolute. Other races such as the Aborigines of the Americas and Australia have been driven to be almost extinct. Yet the African man, like his Hebrew cousins, has multiplied during times of afflictions. In troubled times, throughout the corridors of time, Africa has never lacked Africans who dared to dream and opposed oppressive systems. Although they had been enslaved, imprisoned, and dehumanized, they imagined the rebirth of the continent. Although their light was extinguished by injustice, the seeds which they sowed are germinating in the minds of Africans. By the beginning of the 21st century, Thabo Mbeki, the former president of South Africa, declared the 21st century to be an African century. He was asked at a World Bank summit in 1999 if he thought that the 21st century belonged to Africa. And Thabo Mbeki responded in the affirmative. And he said, yes, the 21st century is an African century. The 21st century belongs to Africa. Africa will be a superpower, and Africa will lead the world. Thabo Mbeki likened Africa to the legendary phoenix bird. The phoenix bird is a bird which is said to have been burnt and then it resurrected itself from its ashes. What a powerful illustration. If Africa is going to rise in our generation, Africans must do it by themselves. There is no helper who is coming. There is no savior who is coming. Like the phoenix bird, Africa must resurrect herself from the ashes of colonialism, slavery, and persecution. Thabo Mbeki, like his predecessors, Nkrumah, Nyerere, and others, were lone voices who heralded the advent of a new Africa. Like John the Baptist, a loner who prophesied the coming of a man who would be known in the whole world, Jesus Christ. They spoke when the situation on the ground was contrary. Now more than a quarter of a century is gone, and what they envisioned is being fulfilled. The talk of rebirth is a popular topic on the mouth of Africans, young and old. Influential Africans such as Julius Malema and Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso are showing that it is possible to dream and achieve. As previously mentioned, those who have attempted to challenge forces which are opposed to the unity of Africa were silenced. These were great voices in the past, in the persons of Lumumba, Sankara, Gaddafi, and a host of others. These events and many others are a testament that the enemies of Africa are ready to thwart any progress. But dreamers are not cowards. They keep on soldiering even if it means that their testimonies are sealed in their blood. The blood of revolutionaries is a seed. Once it is spilled, it gives birth to many gallant sons and daughters of Africa. Africans do not need to rely on outsiders for transformation. Leaders must stop running to America or Russia with a begging bowl. The nations of the world are in turmoil, and they are fighting for their own survival. Check these past few days. Trump abducted Maduro. Why did he do that? Is it because that he cared for the people of Venezuela? No, it's a game of survival. America is on the brink of collapse. America is in debt, is owing trillions. It's a game of survival. So the nations of the world are fighting for their own survival. Where there is a will, there is a way. Africans must define for themselves the type of Africa they want to live in. Leaders or dreamers must work in close proximity with the masses. The vision must be communicated clearly for everyone to work towards a common goal. Schools, religious centers, and other gatherings must be used to promote the African agenda. A few years ago, the African Union, under the leadership of Dr. Nkosazana Zuma of South Africa, adopted a beautiful document called Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. The only problem with this document is that more than 2 years after its adoption, few people know about it. Individual states have done nothing to promote it. The AU has a beautiful and inspiring anthem, which was supposed to be sung in schools and other public gatherings. This has not been done. The African Union flag was supposed to be flown in all schools and public places, but a little has been done to promote this beautiful African agenda. When the dream is not adequately promoted, the dreamers remain in the realms of dreams and no achievement can be made. Ladies and gentlemen, we must build Africa. I speak to the youth of Africa. This is time to rise and reclaim our continent so that Africa can reclaim a position among the nations of the world. We must dare to dream. If we are not dreamers, we are going to be perpetual slaves forever. That is all for today. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and press the notification bell so that whenever we upload new videos, you will be able to see them. Thank you. Keep dreaming. God bless Africa. God bless all the nations of the world.